Well, we're on our way to get a new car here in Nashville. Can give you a tour as we talk about the tag deadline. The news right now, there's a lot of it, but to lead things off, as expected, no franchise tag or no transition tag for
left.
Eddy Piñeiro. That is Lombardi herself letting me know where to go. Left. We turned left. No turn signal. Jeez, we already broke one law on our way. Not good.
We're going to go straight here.
We're going to go straight here. We're going to go through the neighborhood. It's going to be nice. What is this, Belmead, Nashville?
Yes.
Love it. Full stop this time. We're not in California. No cop, no stop. That's the California roll. Anyway, no tag for Eddy Piñeiro. And that means that the 49ers will continue to negotiate in the standard way with Eddy. The franchise tag would have been too expensive. It is the average of the top salaries at the position, and for a kicker, it would have been over $6 million. I think the 49ers would love to get Eddy at $5 million or less. So you continue negotiating outside the structure of the tag. You could apply the tag as a temporary measure to try to extend the negotiating window so other teams can't negotiate with the player. The 49ers did that back in 2019 with Robbie Gould, and then they ended up signing him, so he didn't end up playing on the tag. But if the tag is too high, as it was in this case, it hurts your negotiating power because it gives more leverage to the players. So no tag for Eddy Piñeiro. There is a tag in Indianapolis for Daniel Jones, not the franchise tag, the cheaper transition tag for the quarterback coming off the Achilles injury. It is a $37.8 million tag. Jones does not have to sign it yet. He can go shop around. This, oh my goodness. Person on the other side of the lane, she wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I could do a video talking about the 49ers and the whole NFL and drive safely. Some people can't even drive safely when they've got two hands on the wheel. That was crazy.
Cheryl was texting.
Right or left?
You're going to go left.
Left,
But you got to go across the boulevard.
Across the boulevard. Oh, this is Belmead Boulevard, right?
Yes.
Oh, people are going to love this.
Got it.
You can't speed here, right? Because they definitely get you.
They will, yes.
And I have to be in the right lane?
Yeah, you can only pass in the left lane.
Okay, so I got to move. They've got some archaic laws on this street, but it's a nice street. Ooh, fire truck. We got to pull over. Got to be good about this. Now, what engine number is that? 17? Oh, unbelievable. These people, I mean, that guy, did that guy get caught in 4K?
Yeah, he did.
I hope so. He did not stop for, you guys can go get his license plate number later too. Jeez. Oh my goodness. All right. So now do we follow the fire truck or no?
No, just go straight.
We're going to go straight. All right.
Hopefully this guy doesn't cut you off.
That was crazy. That guy was a renegade. Brandon Ayuk over here
People
going through
wilding in
Belmead.
Nashville more than SF.
All right. So we talk about Daniel Jones. Transition tag means he can negotiate with other teams, and if somebody offers him 40, somebody offers him more than the $37.8 million offered by the Colts, then the Colts would have a chance to match it if they wanted to. So they're trying to obviously keep Daniel Jones, but if his market goes crazy, which it won't, then they don't necessarily have to match that offer. Now, what that actually means is that they cannot use a tag on the receiver, Alec Pierce. You can only use one tag. So they've used it on the quarterback, Alec Pierce. If the Colts cannot find a deal with him, then he's going to be a free agent. And he's probably going to be the highest priced free agent wide receiver in this market. And it's significant because Alec Pierce would fit the 49ers.
It's a big truck.
Big truck. We'll let this guy go.
Goodness.
Not going to speed ahead of JTC Transport.
Goodness.
But you don't see that big a truck here in these residential
Yeah, I don't know what's
streets
going
normally.
on.
First we see the fire truck. We see a guy cut off the fire truck. Then we see two trucks. Here comes another one. This is wild. But the Colts won't be able to use a tag on Alec Pierce. He'll become a free agent. That receiver market, Margot, that's getting more and more interesting. Mike Evans probably going to hit it. Jauan Jennings probably going to hit that receiver market. Obviously, you could start talking about Romeo Doubs and Jalen Naylor. Those are two potential 49ers. But what I want to talk about is the edge rushing market, because that's where the trades could happen. Max Crosby, the Raiders are still holding on to a very high price. Nice houses here. I mean, this is the section of edge rushers that the 49ers would be shopping in if they were able to get a trade. I mean, this is the premium end, right? Max Crosby would cost a lot of money, would be the top of the market, would also cost a lot of draft capital. And if the Raiders don't come down on their price, I don't think anybody will be trading for him. It sounds like they still want Micah Parsons' level of compensation, which would be 2 first-round picks and an impact player. No thanks. But maybe a consolation prize. Jonathan Greenard of the Vikings, they are open to trading him. And he's got 2 years left on his deal. Now, this is a guy who had 12 sacks 2 years ago, ran into a shoulder injury last year, so wasn't as productive. But in 2024, 12 sacks, 3 down edge rusher, and somebody who's coming with 2 years of team control with about $18 million in base salary a season left on his contract. That doesn't seem like a bad deal. It depends now on what would the Vikings want in return for Jonathan Greenard. He's still only 28 years old, and it wasn't a lower body injury. It was a shoulder, so I think that it's something that you could be a little bit more confident in trading for. Now, would they want Mac Jones as part of return package? Because we talk about the Vikings as making sense for quarterback compensation. I know you hate those modern houses, don't you?
They look like Gru's house at Despicable Me. They're black.
You always curse when we drive by and the mics aren't on.
So
You just
ugly.
hate those houses.
Not these. These
these
are
are nice.
old and cute.
Do you see all the trees? When the ice storm hit, it killed a lot of trees. I don't know if it killed these trees too, but yeah. Maybe. And so they're waiting for removal. There was a big ice storm here. More ugly houses. There was a big.
David knows my house preference.
Nice houses on this side though. You could feature those. When the ice storm hit, it killed all these trees. I showed you guys some of the trees in the live or in the video the other morning.
If we pass a big tree removal truck, I'll get it.
And we were trying to sleep this morning, and we just heard the wood chipper outside because
it's 7 a.m.
I mean, right when that ice storm started, a good investment would have been wood chipper companies in Nashville or in this entire area.
They're outsourced. A lot of them have come from out of state.
Yeah, there you go. So like the wood chipping industry blowing up because of all of these trees.
It's everywhere.
So yeah, anyway, Jonathan Greenard, that could be somebody the 49ers look to trade for. I don't know if the Vikings are all that serious about Mac Jones. I think they should be. They already made the mistake of letting Sam Darnold, the initial QB rehab program for the 49ers member, go. I think Mac Jones would make the Vikings a lot better. That they apparently are in a tough cap situation right now. And if you trade for Mac Jones, well, do you need to extend him right away? Maybe not. Maybe you could just get him on the cheap price that he's currently signed for. Do I go straight here behind the truck?
Go straight.
All right, we're going to go straight behind the truck. But
look at all of that.
That is wild.
I mean, it looks like a beaver dam. It's like 5 feet high, 6 feet high.
Trees need to be removed. So the Vikings in some cap difficulty, but they had a really good defense last year. Brian Flores is a really good defensive coordinator. Maybe they have to move on from Jonathan Greenard. I don't know what the trade compensation would be. Now, the Bengals have decided not to tag, and this comes as no surprise, they've decided not to tag Trey Hendrickson. And Trey had the core muscle surgery, didn't play a whole lot last year. The tag for him, since it would have been the second straight tag for Trey Hendrickson, would have cost nearly $30 million. Would have been $29 million and change. So, you don't tag a guy if the projected average per year is less than the tag, because then it just screws up your negotiating power. You're just overpaying him. So, no tag for Trey Hendrickson. He's set to become a free agent. A really good thing the 49ers didn't try to trade for him. The Bengals wanted a 1, and he wouldn't have even been available with the core muscle injury. Now Hendrickson is out there for the taking. Is this a $20 million player? Is this a $25 million player? I don't know. Up until last season, he had led the league in pressures over the previous 5 years or so. So there's obviously still quite a bit of value with Trey Hendrickson, and I am looking forward to see where he signs. Crosby on the trade market, very pricey. Greenard on the trade market, I don't know what the price would be as far as draft capital goes. Trey Hendrickson could be attained as a free agent. The Rams, by the way, one of their writers, Nate Atkins, he writes for The Athletic, he said that they're going for it. I guess they talked to Les Snead, the general manager, and he said the Rams are willing to trade a first-round pick if it is for a proven star player. And it appears that Les Snead said, I could add an all-pro to the secondary. Minkah Fitzpatrick, I think that he's on the trade market. They've been taking some calls there. And another really, really interesting piece here, Drew Dalman, the son of Chris Dalman, the former 49ers interior lineman and center, unexpectedly is retiring from the NFL at the age of 27. He's a Chicago Bear, and this is just a year after he signed a mega deal with the Bears. I know a lot of 49ers fans wanted the 49ers to sign Dalman last year. It's probably a good thing they didn't with Dalman retiring. But you know what this does? Tyler Linderbaum, the Baltimore Ravens, set to hit free agency and is set to become the highest paid center of all time. The Bears are going to be interested in Linderbaum because if all this money frees up with Drew Dalman, the Bears obviously want a top-level center in front of Caleb Williams. Well, Linderbaum now has yet another suitor. So this is great news for Tyler Linderbaum, who is I think he wants $25 million a year. I don't know if he's going to get that. Now, are the 49ers in on Linderbaum? At a price they would be at 20 to 25 million. I don't think they will be. But it is an update on the Tyler Linderbaum front. Kyler Murray is certainly going to be cut. I don't know if it's official yet, but it's about to happen in Arizona. So, well, he didn't die, but...
Well, his career with the Cardinals did.
Yes, his career with the Cardinals is over. So
Rightfully
Kyler Murray, that era is over. You know who the Cardinals might sign? Jimmy Garoppolo.
No way.
Jimmy Garoppolo might become another starter in the NFC West. Wouldn't that be absolutely wild? Do you need to take that?
Yeah.
All right. That's it. We'll talk to you guys soon.